All you need is this. You don't have to be sitting in front of your computer screen staring at charts all day. You need this. As long as you have this, you get a real-time notification from our app that's available on iPhone or Android. It's free as a member. You just download it. And the same way you get push notifications for news, weather alerts, or like an Amber Alert, you get push notifications from us when the moderators enter and exit their trades. No more guessing, no more chasing trade alerts, no more running around like a chicken with its head cut off. To show you the type of analysis and how this works, I've got a video clip from early this morning. Let's go ahead and play that clip. Then we have these oil stocks. Oil moving back to the upside again as oil is fast approaching $100 a barrel. And what I'm looking at is a couple of these oil stocks today. ExxonMobil is a stone throw from all-time highs. All-time highs on Exxon is 120. All right, we're at 118. I would look for ExxonMobil to break through its all-time highs. I'd look for it to break through all-time highs. Chevron just propped through a nice level of resistance that we've had over the last couple of weeks. Look at the bottom left of my screen. You guys can see all of this resistance here, right? Look at this. Resistance, 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 resistance. Now we're above it, right? Now we're above it. Let's look for early a pullback in Chevron into that zone to get long, and then look for that breakout move and take Chevron up into the low 170s. Listen to what was just said, right? What was just said on that video clip. And user double S wants to know if this is live. Yes, double S, this is live. Yes, is live. Yep, Ed D. And I also talked about Occidental Petroleum. Yeah, so I went on to talk about Occidental Petroleum as well. And Ed Deaton grabbed Occidental Petroleum. I gave 3 stocks today. I said Exxon, Chevron, or Occidental. Take your pick. I think all 3 of them have nice upside moves today. Some members got into Chevron. Some members got into Occidental. Some members got into Exxon. I got into Chevron. Some people took Occidental because it's cheaper. The options are cheaper and the stock is cheaper. So some people went with Occidental. I went with Chevron. So you heard me say, look for ExxonMobil to make a new all-time high, right? You all heard me say that on that video clip. Let's look at the chart of ExxonMobil today. Here is your previous all-time highs. Right there is your previous double top all-time high. Well, folks, look at that candle today. We broke right through that all-time high and set a new all-time high at 120.5 for ExxonMobil on a really strong volume bar, breakout to all-time highs. Fantastic. Awesome. That's exactly what we're looking for today, right? So you heard me say that at 9:15 in the morning when ExxonMobil was here. You can see what the stock ended up doing today, but that's not the stock that I bought. The stock that I bought was Chevron today. So this was Chevron. This is the big trade of the day for me. 87% gain for my boy Jimmy Benson today. Great job. Congrats. You heard me on that video clip. You heard me say 168.70 to 169. I'm a buyer of Chevron. You just heard me say it on that clip. So I told all of our members, guys, a pullback early into this level, I'm going long. Reason why we're going long, I'm not just going to tell you what I did. I'll explain to you why so you guys can actually learn from it. There is a very clear level of resistance here in Chevron that you guys can see right here drawn on the chart. It doesn't take an experienced chartist or market technician to just see that every time Chevron gets this price, it gets rejected, right? You guys can all see that. That's a very simple visual for people to see. It doesn't take 17 years of trading experience and Wall Street experience to say that every time the stock gets here, it has trouble getting above it. Well, today we gapped above that level. Okay. We gapped above. Here's the level. Okay. We gapped above it today. So that's why I told members, okay, guys, now that we're gapping above that level, I'm going to be a buyer in front of that level. I said 168.75 to 169. I'm a buyer of Chevron. You want to know what the low of the day today is on Chevron? 168.81. And oil is ripping right now as we speak. I just got an update from Joe on the back. Crude futures are up 1.35%. That means we're pushing over $95 a barrel. I don't have the charts in front of me, but Joe just told me crude futures are up 1.35%. I'm still long Chevron. So guess what, folks? I think that tomorrow these stocks are going to go even a little bit higher, and I'm going to take my final profit off the table. I've already sold around 80% of my, a little bit more than 80%, maybe like 85 of my position on Chevron. I'm still long a piece of that position. I'm looking for maybe another $1, $1.50 to the upside. That, for those of you that are in call options, that could equate to an extra 20 to 30% gain on top of the 55% gain that we already locked in today. There's the pullback into the buy zone, and there's no guessing. Mike said if the stock gets there, he's going to buy it. And that's exactly what I did. I stepped in and I bought Chevron right there. Now I trade the equities. I got filled in the high 80s. Okay. I got filled at two different prices with my order. I got filled in the high 80s. I damn near bottom ticked this. This analysis could not have been any more perfect. Not every trade's going to be like this. I'm not going to bottom tick every trade. Okay. I'm not. But the low of the day is 168.81. There's the entry. Members jumped in the 170 strike, October 6th call option at around $2 a contract. And that thing just ripped. Look at this thing. All the way up to 171.5 now. This entry here leaves you with a 55% gain. And I'm still long, looking for my final target is right here tomorrow. So I'm telling you all now so that everybody knows, if you see Chevron at 172, 172.25, that's my final target, and I'm taking my profit off the table. We've already got over 80% of the position gone for the 55% gain on the calls for members. I'm still long a piece. Why am I saying 172.25? It's not rocket science. It's just the next resistance level that I see on the chart. And when stocks get to resistance levels, I take profit off the table. Here is a level of resistance that we see right there. This is around, you know what? Let me see. This is actually, what is this? 172. It's 172.5. Let's call it 172.5. We'll call it 172.5. And that resistance level is a little bit wide. It takes you all the way up to around 174. So you got $1.50 wide resistance level. Anywhere in that range, anywhere in here is the final take profit target on the trade. Just like we shorted Apple yesterday, we held a piece of that position into the day today. We capitalized on the Apple move to the downside. As you guys can see, I'll go into the 3-minute chart just so you guys can see yesterday's entry on the Apple short. If you caught the live stream, was right here. And then we rolled it over. I held on to my position. We took final profits off today as the stocks get absolutely obliterated. You're talking a 70 to 80% gain on put options for members. And then just like that, Chevron, bulk of the profit off the table today, still holding a piece, looking for right there, final take profit.